Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining me for this meditation session. My name is Malika Devi. I am a recent graduate of Reverend, so I'm Reverend Malika Devi now. Thank you. So if you feel comfortable as you're settling into your seat, I invite you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Or you can bring your gaze in downward. Just bring your consciousness to this moment. Just be aware of where you are, your surroundings, and allowing you to be in the present moment for the next few minutes. And it is a guided meditation, so I started a new practice called 40 Days to Prosperity. And I just wanted to read the affirmation from that. Today, I breathe in and out the unlimited bounty of God. And what she is talking about in this is we're all seekers, and we seek for unlimited bounty of God every day. God never compromises. In demonstrating our conditions, the only inquiries we need to make are, do the things we want led themselves to a constructive program? Do they express a more abundant life? Do our life expresses robbing no one? Do we create and express greater degree of livingness? If you are able to answer these questions affirmly, then all the power in the universe is back of our program. So this meditation is from our Science of Mind textbook, and it is on page 188. It is from our own founder, Ernest Holmes. Do the things we want led themselves to a constructive program is the question. If we are able to answer these questions affirmly, then all the power in the universe is back of our program. If it is money, houses, automobiles, lands, stocks, bonds, dresses, shirts, or shoestrings, all of which are coming from the same source. There can be nothing either in the law or this spirit back of the law to deny us the right to the greatest possible expression of life. Good never compromises with its opposites. You must be able to look at the sick person who has come to you for help and know that only perfection stands before you. You must see beyond the appearance to that which is you, basically perfect. The one practicing must be able to look at a fact in the face and know that all manifestations are effects and can be changed by changing the mental cause. Truth knows no opposites. We must continuously remember ourselves of the power of the word and our ability to use it. We must know that truth produces freedom, because truth is freedom. Our work will best be done in quiet expectancy and in calm confidence. Do the things we want lend themselves to a constructive program? Do they express a more abundant life? Rob no one, create no delusion, and express a greater degree of livingness? Is a beautiful question to be pondering this week. And know the result rests in eternal law of good. When we take these deeper pondering questions into meditation, always remember God never compromises. Truth knows no opposites. The result rests in the eternal law of good. God is good. And we are created from that good. As you take the moment to return yourself back into the room, and as we go about this week, the phrase you want to remember, God is good, law is good, and truth knows no opposites, and we are created from the good. And God never compromises. So I learned when I started studying in this practice, when you meditate, you are actually asking the question, contemplation, and being in quietness where you receive the answer. So you're actually listening to God. When you pray, you are talking to God. So always remember, we have many ways to connect ourselves with the Spirit within ourselves and ask the questions, because each of us has different questions to ask, because we are so uniquely expression of that infinite intelligence. So I am so grateful you all joined me today, and we will start our Sunday celebration at 10:30. You're welcome to stay here or go outside and have a cup of coffee. Thank you.
Good morning. What a beautiful response from a beautiful group of people. Thank you for joining us here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral. I want to welcome all of you physically present, as well as to our viewers that are watching online. We are a community of science of mind, and so if any of you that would like to know more about our philosophy, our way of life, you can visit our website. You can stay after if you're here and talk to anyone that may have a stole on as a practitioner, or really reach out to any beloved and we will get you more information on this beautiful way of living. I get the honor now of introducing our Big Love Band.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, the song tells you what we're going to do, so feel free to stand if you'd like. And we're going to get your blood flowing this morning. And the birthday boy is going to be singing with us, too.
Happy birthday, John.
Okay. Been having some challenging voice issues this week. Couldn't talk for a while, but maybe a little crackly, but we will be here with you.
There is no holding back power in this room right now, rising up as a force of love so high it can't come down. Every soul is a soul on fire, burning bright with the light of life. Here we are, open wide, there's no place we can't hide. We sing now, we sing. Sing now, we sing. Come on. Spirit move, our hands and feet. Spirit move, everything. Spirit move, in the space between. Spirit move. Like a river deep and wide, flowing out like a mighty flood. Love's filling every heart and pouring out of us. Hear the breaking down the walls, building everybody up. It's taking over now, there's no way we can stop. So we sing now, we sing. Sing now, we sing.
Come on now.
Spirit move, our hands and feet. Spirit move, everything. Spirit move, in the space between. Spirit move, Spirit move, our hands and feet. Spirit move, everything. Spirit move, in the space between. Spirit move, Spirit move, Spirit move, Spirit move, Spirit
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you, Big Love Band. Talk about spirit move. And that it got me moving, so I don't know about you guys, but I was up dancing. So, welcome. We want to welcome everyone here, and we're going to warm our hands up and get the energy flowing, some good energy, and we're going to say our affirmation to each other. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We appreciate you, we love you, and we are thankful you are here. Welcome to the center. Yes, and with that, we'd like to thank Reverend Malika Davy for holding High Watch and the beautiful meditation this morning. I just love that. I wrote down that first little verse she said about today, and then I put in, and every day I breathe in and out the abundance of God. That was beautiful. So that really hit me. So thank you, Malika, for holding High Watch. That means she's in meditation for the highest and good of everyone here and all watching and around the world. And no matter what time, place, space, whatever, there could be aliens watching, I don't know. Anyway, we want to thank the Big Love Band, and they're going to do the face of God. Are the children coming in? One child. So, one child. Well, I think there's really more kids in here than you think, so.
So let me teach you these moves real quick if you haven't. Oh, here's another child coming. So this is how this goes. We're gonna sing it to each other. You, everybody do this with me. You, do this with me. You, point your finger, thank you, are the face of God. We hold you in our hearts. You're gonna link your fingers, a part of us. You are the face of God. Here we go. We're gonna sing this together 3 times.
You are the face of God. We hold you in our hearts. You are a part of us. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. We hold you in our hearts. You are a part of us. You are the face of God. One more time. You are the face of God. We hold you in our hearts. You are a part of us. You are the face of
Yeah, thank you, Big Love Band, again. And the youth can go to their program now, if they so desire, with Patty and Dawn. So they're off and running. And now, going to go back. I'm sorry, guys. I had cataract surgery, and I'm like trying to figure out which way I can read. So now back to the Big Love Band. Thank you, Big Love Band.
The thing itself is beautiful. The thing itself is magnificent. The thing itself goes by many names. Some people
forget about you. And the meditation group meets Tuesday nights at 6:30, a suggested love offering, but that's not a requirement. Just show up and have a wonderful, peaceful evening. Spiritual Living Circle with Reverend D every Wednesday from 12 to 1:30 p.m. And you can come and join her. I think she does a reading, and then there'll be a discussion. Just drop-ins are welcome. You don't have to come every week. Just whenever you can would be wonderful. And the Healing Circle is Sunday, May 4th. And, hold on, that's next Sunday. And it is back by popular demand, and our Healing Circle will be from 12:30 to 2:30. Oh, well, this says 12:30. 1:30. It says 12:30 there. 12:30 to 1:30. Okay. Sponsored by the Healing Circle team, and this is a holy experience, and May's Healing Circle will benefit the Butterfly Garden we are creating in honor of our beloved Karen Gidley, who recently made her transition, and we celebrated her last month. So, yep. And then just a reminder that Reverend Denise's photographs, beautiful photographs, are in the lobby. And just because somebody else has their name signed up on that does not mean that you can't also get a copy. So, yeah, and that's a fundraiser for CSL. So, you know, everybody, you can get some beautiful artwork from Reverend D and part of her African experience. So, can take that home with you. And now I would like to welcome our wonderful licensed practitioner, Valerie Data, with our reading for today. No.
Thank you, B. Thank you all. Good morning. So this morning's reading is from the Course in Miracles, Lesson 323, and I've gone ahead and updated the personal pronouns. The title of this is I Gladly Make the Sacrifice of Fear. Here is the only sacrifice. You ask of your beloveds, you ask us to give up all suffering, all sense of loss and sadness, all anxiety and doubt, and freely let your love come streaming into our awareness, healing us of pain and giving us your own eternal joy. Such is the sacrifice you ask of me, and one I gladly make, the only cost of restoration of your memory to me for the salvation of the world. And as we pay the debt we owe to truth, a debt that merely is the letting go of self-deceptions and of images we worshipped falsely, truth returns to us in wholeness and joy. We are deceived no longer. Love has now returned to our awareness. And we are at peace again, for fear has gone, and only love remains. So taking this into prayer, and now holding someone or a situation in the light, so please bring to mind that someone or situation as we enter a few moments in the silence. So in this very precious moment, breathing in the nourishment of life and reflecting on the truth that the one infinite divine love intelligence is the only reality, and it is the indwelling presence I know of me and therefore everyone. So it's with great joy and gratitude to recognize the truth, to know the truth, and to embody it. That is ours to do. We are free to choose the truth in each and every moment. And so I bless this grand celebration of life today, knowing that everything is at hand for us to broaden our consciousness, to expand, and to truly know the truth. We are free. With so much gratitude and joy and love, please anchor this in prayer by declaring, "And so it is."
All right. I think a lot of you might know this one, so feel free to sing along. This was a special request from our guest speaker today. Yes. Holy, holy, Sam.
We love you, Val. All right.
Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Take it away, Scott. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love
Let's take it home. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Great song. So, Melissa Arterberry was born and raised in Elkhart, Indiana, before attending college in Indianapolis, and called it home for approximately 20 years. She holds a master's degree in social work and has nearly 15 years working in the field of substance abuse. She has worked as an adjunct professor for the University of Indianapolis before homeschooling her boys, and then worked as a substitute teacher while they attended school. In 2020, Melissa began her life coaching private practice, Open-Hearted Experiences, facilitating individual and family sessions. She leads 3 A Course in Miracles groups and also is a newly licensed spiritual practitioner at the Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral, all while generously serving as board president of the CSL Cape Coral Leadership Council. Melissa moved to Cape Coral, Florida, with her beloved husband of 27 years, Steve Retzloff, and their 2 boys, now college-aged, Ryan and Reagan, and their cat, Rocket. She is currently studying to become a Course in Miracles ordained spiritual counselor through Pathways of Light. So won't you please give a beautiful round of applause for Melissa as she comes to the stage.
Am I on? On, yes. So I'm going to step over and get the clicker from Cassie. Thank you, thank you. I'm not adept at using this, just so you all know. Okay, so you'll have to help me keep track of these slides. You don't have to, but you could help. Okay, so that song by Ricky Byers was my personal request. Anyone here want to live, love, and serve in a holy, holy way? Anyone? Yes, 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 yes. And beloveds, even though it is my personal pursuit to live, love, and serve in a holy, holy way, I sometimes fall short. I sometimes miss the mark. I sometimes make a mistake. And when I'm doing that, sometimes I'm conscious I'm an ego, and sometimes I'm oblivious to it. And so when I'm with ego, I've learned that I'm feeling something less than love. Yes, I'm sitting with some disturbance. I'm blaming or judging. I have some emotional upset. And so, can anyone relate? Yes, yeah, yeah. Sitting in fear, wanting something or someone to be different than it is in this now moment. Yeah. I have plenty of experience with this because in my life, I've acted codependently. I've felt anxious, right? And it is from a personal pursuit of doing my own inner work that, as we're talking about this month of intentionally planting seeds, about 5 years ago, I intentionally planted the seed of peace. And it has transformed my life. And so today, I'm excited and grateful to be able to share with you a 5-step process that I received. We would say here, our language would be, I received a divine download. Spirit spoke to me, right? God shared with me in the sick and tiredness of being sick and tired, right, of doing life this way. Can't it be easier? Can't I experience more joy, right? I can't keep delaying my peace, wanting somebody else to have their ducks all in a row, right? Have you ever had that experience of whenever they get their ducks in a row, I will be happy, right? Yeah. So being willing to release and let go of that habitual or even addictive way of showing up in the world. So this 5-step process is near and dear to my heart, and it returns me to love in a rather effective and efficient way. And it's a spiritual practice for me that I have learned is not just a daily inventory anymore of checking in with myself that we can do in the morning or that we can do at night or any time of day. It's actually a moment-to-moment awareness. What am I feeling? What has bubbled up in this now moment? It gives me a chance to pause, to turn within to that kingdom of God that resides within me. Because, beloved, peace is who we are. It is our divine nature. It is always available to me, and I can turn within at any time and choose it. It doesn't matter if we have Hurricane Ian forecasted, right? I can submit and surrender to that divine intelligence. And with wisdom and discernment, I can take action, whatever mine is to do, and then I've learned how to let go. It doesn't mean I don't take it back at times, right? Surrender it again, take it back, surrender it again. But beloveds, it doesn't matter who the president is today. It doesn't matter if you're experiencing a divorce. It doesn't matter if you've experienced a new diagnosis. Our divine nature is unchanging. So I'm going to move to a slide, perhaps. Whoops, look at that, I fast forwarded, okay. So coming back, from the research I've done with Science of Mind, I believe this 5-step process that I'm going to share with you today is akin to what Jesus says about being reborn, being born again, made new. And our founder, Ernest Holmes, wrote this lovely Living the Science of Mind text. If you don't have it, I strongly suggest that you get it, read it, live it, practice it. I'm going to just open this up. I'll be reading from it in a moment. So Ernest tells us there is something we can do. And this is from page 186. And this chapter is about, interestingly enough, getting along with people. Anybody want to get along with people? This is kind of a how-to chapter, how we can get along with one another, right? With all the many differences in our views and perceptions we can be holding at any time. So Ernest says, there's something we can do. He said Jesus knew what it was. And so this is the quote. Jesus said, "You must be born of the Spirit. This is the new birth that comes through a new outlook on life, a new way of thinking, a new sense of our relationship to our environment, to the people around us, to ourselves, and to God. Being born again, made new. Ernest shares his method on the next page. He says, I have a method which will work for you if you will let it, hence the freedom to choose that we've been given. Just forget all the past, forgive yourself and everyone else for everything that has ever happened. Perhaps easier said than done, right? Try to feel that everyone is doing the best they can. Come to realize that while you were born into this world through your parents, you really are a spirit, right? We teach this, that we are spirit, eternal, divine. You really are born out of life. The thing that entered into you when you were born was God, the living Spirit. Why not get back to the true center of your being and think and act and live from the point of view that you are one with everything because you are one with God? Jesus gave to us the secret of complete adjustment when he said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Go back in your thought, in your imagination, to this central idea. I am one with God. All people are one with God. We all live in God. When I meet others, it is God in them I meet. God individualized, God personalized, God as my friend. And so, this is not a step-by-step process in the directions, right? And so how do I move into that? What are the steps that I can take to move from emotional upset, right, of wanting something to be different than it is? Well, I'm hoping that my personal 5-step process resonates with you on some level. I invite you to play with it, to become like a child, as it's titled, Opening to a Divine Do-Over, right? As a child, who loved to have a do-over? If you whiff, right, you miss the ball some way, somehow, can I have a do-over? I want to do it again, right? If you play a game with kids for any length of time, somebody inevitably is begging for a do-over, right? They want that sense of satisfaction. And so I invite us to be childlike as adults, as we embrace an opportunity to open to a divine do-over, because it helps us align with that highest version of ourselves. We're showing up as our spiritual magnificence. And beloveds, I believe this is what we are meant to do, all of us, to be in full bloom in our spiritual magnificence, because we are intertwined. We are all connected. There is no separation. What you say, what you do matters. It makes a difference. We know today that we're energy. And when we're aligned and loving, kind, generous, and compassionate, that energy goes out from us. It ripples out from us. It makes a difference, not only in our personal lives, but in the lives of our communities and in our world at large. We contribute to making a world that works for all as we show up aligned in that divinity that we always have been. But if you're anything like me, perhaps you sometimes forget. And so, as we're planting these seeds, sometimes early on, when we're wanting to manifest things, we've been told to perhaps not tell the world about it, right? Because as we change, it can make someone else feel a little uncomfortable because we're not showing up in the way we've always shown up. At some point in my 5-year initial planting of the seed of peace, I started to be outspoken about it. And I started saying, oops, not going to give my peace to that. Not going to give my peace to that, as just self-talk, right? Catching myself. And my immediate family and friends started saying, oh, you gave your peace away. Oh, caught you gave your peace away. Right? And so, thankfully, I was able to take that, right? I was able to take that and say thank you most of the time, right? Thank you most of the time. And what that evolved into was experiences like Ryan, my oldest son, seeing me distressed and walking up to me and saying, Mom, do you need a hug? He recognized I was out of peace, and instead of throwing it in my face, he offered compassion. He liked it when I showed up in peace. I was a nicer mom when I showed up in peace, right? I was more compassionate, more forgiving. Reagan, not quite as affectionate as Ryan, would walk up behind me, put a hand on my shoulder, and say, Mom, just breathe. Right? Because what we're doing impacts those around us. And so today it's common language in my household for us to talk about if we're giving our peace away to something, we're becoming more mindful. And they are making adjustments in their own lives. Not because I'm telling them what to do, not because I'm forcing my philosophy upon them, but they are seeing the benefit of it. So this month has been all about intentionally planting divine attributes, seeds that we want to make manifest in our lives. And so this is a little review of the tools that have been spoken about already that can be the fertilizer, can actually serve as miracle grow, if you will, right, for those plants. Affirmative prayer, or what we call a treatment in science of mind. There'll be practitioners at the end of our service here to pray with you if you'd like to have that experience. We have little cards out in the lobby that show you the 5-step process. I highly recommend everyone learning how to do this for yourself. Meditation has been spoken about. We know more and more science is proving the benefits of meditation, of quieting our minds. Number 3, using positive affirmations. We know as we speak, we create. So becoming more mindful of the language that we're using. I sent both of the boys off to college with my own vision saying, I see you. I see you successful. I see you making friends. I see you being responsible. I see you being kind to others. Fanning that inner flame of light that they are. 4 is visioning. We did this a couple weeks ago here at the center. A beautiful process, and we're engaged in that process even now. And today, after service, we'll have another meeting to give an update on what came out of that initial visioning session. So I'm adding to the spiritual practice, opening to a divine do-over, my interpretation, my personal steps, of being born again. I'm going to share that quote in just a moment. So we're going to have an opportunity to actually experience the 5 steps if you want to have an experiential time with them. Otherwise, you can just sit back, relax, and listen to them. As I do this process, when I sit down and consciously participate in it, I want to open myself. And so when we're opening to something, it means we're putting our defenses down, right? We're letting go. It may feel like we're being vulnerable, right? It may initially feel uncomfortable because we're not in a protective mode, right? We're not in a fear state, in apprehension. And so my way of opening to a divine do-over is saying, I am willing to know nothing. I am willing to know nothing. I'm willing to let go of all the preconceived ideas I have about whatever the discontent and upset is that I'm sitting with. And so Pema Chodron has this quote. It's a line out of a much longer quote, and that is, letting there be room for not knowing is the most important thing of all. I believe what she's speaking to is a humbleness. Are we willing to be teachable? Are we willing to say, maybe there's another way than how I've been doing it, right? Maybe there is another way that I can see this, myself, another, the situation, and experience peace instead of any discontentedness, distress, any dis-ease. Napoleon Hill says, a closed mind stumbles over the blessings of life without recognizing them. How many times have we gone through something and we thought it was the end of the world, and it turned out to be the best thing for us? Anyone ever have an experience like that? Yes. Yes, we could not see the totality of how this was happening for us, right? And so we open up to that divine, infinite intelligence that has the answers to everything. And beloveds, it's right here. We're taught in our Science of Mind teachings that the kingdom of God is right here. It's not out here. And so those spiritual practices bring us back here. So before I read step 1, I want to invite you to repeat with me if it feels right, if you think you'll resonate with being vulnerable for a moment, opening up. And so the opportunity is to say, I am willing to know nothing 3 times with me. So if you're ready, together, I am willing to know nothing. I am willing to know nothing. I am willing to know nothing. So knowing that we each are opening up to be that divine channel for that cosmic genius, God, source, spirit, whatever you're calling it, that is the creator back of everything seen and unseen. When I'm sitting with an upset, it presents as a closed fist to me. There's a tightness. I'm perhaps clinging to what was. Perhaps I'm resisting what is now. But I am pinching off the flow of love, not allowing it to flow freely in my life. And so if you are sitting with anything, any minor upset to what you are considering a major upset, I'm going to walk us through the process. And so you can sit with clenched fists if you'd like to have this experience or not. Just know you can do it at home in the privacy of your living room, your bedroom. But in this space, I'm admitting the feeling I'm sitting with. So you can admit to be honest. Some of you who are familiar with the 12-step program knows the first step is we have to own it, right? We have to own it in order to do anything about it. We can't remain in denial. So we can say, I feel sad, angry, disappointed, abandoned about having said or done. I am upset with this person, this circumstance, because allow it to come up so ultimately it can be released. We have a saying here about spiritual bypassing, which is really just denying, right? So we don't want to spiritually bypass or deny our feelings. Has anyone repressed emotion before? Right? If you're anything like me, when I've repressed emotion, at some point in time, unexpectedly, boom, it comes up and out, right? Bigger, more catastrophic than if I had dealt with it in the moment. Step 2, asking questions. And we know as we ask, we shall receive. As we knock, the door shall be opened. So was there anything I could do differently? Now, did you catch that? What was the pronoun used? Because if you're familiar with ego, ego is talking to me about you. What do you need to do differently so I can be at peace, right? This is an interpersonal inventory, beloveds. This is for us to change. So again, was there anything I could have done differently? Was it mine to do? What is mine to do, if anything? What might I, probably need to put my readers on. How might I see myself, this person and or situation differently? How can I see this through the lens of spirit, of the divine? How could this be happening for me? What would love do? And so if you're sitting there with clenched fists, this would be our opportunity as we ask that last question. What would love do? Feeling the hands expanding, letting go, opening to love so it can flow freely, so we can be that channel, that conduit, right? Then, in a place of openness and receptivity, we accept the guidance that come, because we will receive the intuitive knowing or divine download at some point from the questions asked. It may come via a variety of modalities, as Spirit may use a song, a billboard sign, a movie, an animal, or a person to express the answer. Has this ever happened for anyone? You've asked and the answer has come. Yes, yes. You turn on the radio and boom, it's speaking to you, right? Yes. Someone may walk up to you and simply give you an answer, not even knowing it themselves that they're the messenger. You might be that for someone else. When we want to allow ourselves to experience a shift in perception, which is what A Course in Miracles calls a miracle. A shifting out of a problem or a challenge into, this is happening for me. There's an opportunity here and ultimately a gift. So we want to say yes to the divine guidance. Step 4, we want to act from love, right? That's our divine nature, allowing it to have its way with us. I have shared before, it was never on my vision board, guys, to be the president of the Center for Spiritual Living. Never on my vision board. But I heard it, that whispering, right? Volunteer. Say yes to this. And so it really is that surrendering of the ego's will of, what about this? What about that? I don't know them, right? I don't come to the table with all these skills. The ego will have us in denial of our spiritual attributes, right? Spirit is wanting to take us places. Right? Yes. So love does not judge, beloveds. It doesn't fight against anything because it's not threatened. It is defenseless. It is so confident in knowing what it is. It accepts what is using wisdom and discernment. Taking action from a place of loving inspiration, it stands for love, versus protesting against it, right? I think we're all perhaps familiar with our spiritual teacher, Teresa, right? Yes, that says she would not stand against war, but give her something to stand for in regards to peace or love, and she would do that. And so let us all be in agreement that we will stand with love, with compassion, right, to uplift and inspire one another. And step 5, assess daily. Be willing to take a daily personal inventory. And so whether these 5 steps become yours or not, it's important that we have a mindful awareness of how we are feeling moment to moment. We can choose at any moment to open to a divine do-over, to be reborn and see our life through the lens of spirit. I am hoping that you have your own spiritual practice, that you, go back, see if I can go back, yep, that you are already practicing, right? A spiritual practice that is working for you. But as we talk about seeds in conclusion of today's talk, sometimes our plants can be experiencing dis-ease, whether we see them wilting, whether we see yellow leaves coming onto them, whether we see spots happening. In our own personal lives, we can be experiencing emotional dis-ease and even physical dis-ease, because as the beloved teacher Louise Hay, her work was all about when we hold emotional upset, dis-ease, it is made manifest in our lives if we stay stuck there. And so, beloveds, at any point in time, we can choose to change the story. We can tend to our gardens by doing our own inner work. And so perhaps this is a springboard for you as your own inner process to come into realignment. As the talk this week, the specific topic was about regeneration. How do we regenerate? How do we have consistent spiritual growth? Thrive, right, regardless of the circumstances happening outside of ourselves. It is an inner job. Yes? Yes. And so I would like to leave you with this question. Would you be willing to open to a divine do-over? Be reborn. Have a shift in your perception to experience a miracle. The ego would say, I could never change this. I could never be that. Someone else could never change, right? It's a limiting thought process being aligned with the ego. When we align with spirit, anything becomes possible. Things that were problems, things that were challenges, transform, right? Out of nowhere, a solution comes. It is birthed out of that source that creates all, that is abundant and always expanding, wanting to expand in each one of our lives, as we are all valuable and important. So that one and all-loving creative genius that knows how to transform any pain, any perceived problem or challenge into an opportunity and a gift for you resides within you, patiently awaiting for you to say yes. The only real job is to let go and be led by love. It can take you into an experience where you have a beautiful garden of flowers thriving, knowing that there is maintenance to be done. That is our spiritual practice. Those are our tools, beloved. And it is indeed wonderful to have extra hands, extra eyes and ears that may be giving us feedback. Looks like this plant's dying over here. What you gonna do about that? right? It may come as a tongue-in-cheek, right? It may come as a loving hug. But regardless of how it comes, pay attention to it. Ask, what is mine to do, if anything? And so I'm going to say namaste. Thank you for your attention to this talk today. And I'm going to lead us now in a prayer. So just breathing. Knowing as we breathe at our own rate and our own pace, it is perfect, as each one of us are perfect right here, right now. Breathing in that spiritual perfection, opening up to that magnificence that is awaiting us to say yes to it. Yes, yes, yes. Breathing as we breathe together, knowing there is no separation, there is only the oneness, that we are each a beautiful flower in the garden of life that this one source has created. Appreciating one another right here and right now. Whether you see yourself as a beautiful tulip or a rose, whatever flower comes to mind, I just invite you to envision your own beauty opening up, blooming in its magnificence and glory, confident and unafraid, and knowing that right beside you is another magnificent flower. This is who we are. We are here to walk one another home, as Ram Dass reminds us, to appreciate the beauty and to call it forth in one another, to fan the flame that we know is there, to hold the space for each other when we're feeling something less than love. So I invite you in your mind's eye right now just to see this room with arms outstretched for one another, hugging each other, loving each other, accepting one another exactly where we are right now. Feeling this love go out from us, rippling out into the sanctuary, out into our community that surrounds us, out into the world. Allowing love to do the work, allowing love to do the healing. As we step into our spiritual power, our spiritual significance, we own it and we claim it more deeply, more completely than ever before. For hate begets hate, anger begets anger. And so let us be love. Let us be loving, compassionate and forgiving. For we know that is what fans the flame of the divine in all. Breathing this love into every cell of our being, knowing that every cell is lighting up in delight as we each become more expansive as a conduit, as a channel for God, for Spirit, for this creative genius to flow through us in the most magnificent ways. So from a place of deep gratitude and appreciation for each beloved here, for the energy that has been shared, for the hearts and hands that all serve to make this community wonderful, I release this prayer now. I let it go, knowing it is done in the one mind. I smile, and we all close this prayer. We anchor it by saying, "And so it is." Thank you. And so now is the time, I believe, for our offering. And so thank you to the ushers. Oops, thank you, I got help. I just picked up the remote and I did nothing and it changed. Look at that, miracles are happening. Miracles are happening. So do we have it? Do we have the blessing that we say? Okay, so first I want to acknowledge that you can text your support, right? You can send a check. You can mail it to us. There's all sorts of ways you can give to our center. Yes, and I'm going to advance. And so this is a blessing that we say, today I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously as I live in the flow of bountiful good. Thank you.
Standing as one in the presence of the power, standing where others have stood.
Gladly we offer the gifts of our abundance, knowing the source of our good. Standing as one in the presence of the power, standing where others have stood. Gladly we offer the gifts of our abundance, knowing the source of our good.
So closing our eyes, if it feels right, just to bless this beautiful offering. Being so thankful for this love offering, knowing that it is used for the highest and the best for our Center for Spiritual Living, knowing that it goes out into the community. Yes, blessing all that receive these funds as we take care of this wonderful, loving community here, that these funds bless, inspire, and uplift all who receive them, and blessing the giver, knowing that we cannot outgive God, that as we give, we receive. And so I see each giver receiving in the most beautiful, rich, delightful ways. And so it is. So it is. And so this is a time that we want to welcome. If you're a first-time visitor, we would like to acknowledge you and thank you for being here. So is there anyone here for the first time? Oh, we have 2 people. Wonderful, wonderful. Fantastic. Yes. We like to say whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And so greeters, if you've seen them and given them a packet, wonderful. If not, beloveds, let's make sure that they get a packet. Thank you for coming, right? Thank you for being here. We're going to have a song by the Big Love Band now.
And you're going to join us.
Go ahead, Sam. Leland.
it be. We let peace, we let, oh, wash over us. We let it be. We let joy, oh, wash over us. Oh yeah, we let it be. We let love